So,
How would you do this podcast stuff then?
fuck knows, mate, but we'll give it a bash. Anyway, guys, welcome to the first ever It's All Good Stuff podcast with me, Joe Cottle, and my right-hand man,
Corey Williams, and thank you everybody. Now sit down, calm down, thank you.
Believe now, give us a chance, guys. All jokes aside, this is the first podcast we've ever done. There's going to be a lot of rambling, a lot of mistakes, a lot of yeah, which in the broadcasting world is very unprofessional. Used to work on the radio, didn't I? So,
How many interviews have you had now on the radio?
too many, in a way. Too many. But there we go. I mean, I am a professional at this, but don't worry about it. So, the idea behind the podcast, guys, or why the podcast, I hear you ask. The reason being, we thought it'd be the next step. Sure, entrepreneurs, yeah, we're talking multiple businesses.
Having a go.
Just having a blast, really. And we thought it'd be quite fun. And also to give a little bit of exposure to topics that some people might be interested in, some people might not. We're going to be coming at a raw approach, just basically, who we are.
Just to make it clear, we aren't on any pints, we're on coffee and fried eggs and sourdough.
Yeah, I mean, different. Better not record any on a weekend, otherwise we'll get banned. But no, it's all good stuff. And the idea is, like I said, to give some exposure to certain topics. So we're going to be covering things, that we know a bit about. Fitness, business, working together, all that sort of stuff. We're going to touch on, important issues. So men's mental health or mental health in general. The fitness industry, like I said, anything to do with our personal backgrounds. Myself in the Royal Marines. Now we're going to be looking to get people in who I was in the Marines with, so potentially down the line get some guests in, get some different angles. That's what it's all about. And just covering some bits and bobs that we just think is going to be pretty fun to listen to, or, maybe people haven't had this sort of approach to in the past. Because a lot of podcasts are pretty serious, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, is it you're going off on a segue?
Yeah.
1 minute we're talking about how especially in the fitness industry, speaking about, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. We're not in any way, shape or form saying how you should do things.
No.
And we're not going to talk much about fitness because it's fucking boring.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if people who are watching this, who know me especially, and you, talking about fitness and recovery, and have a day off.
Did you do the ultra marathon last year? Or was it this year?
Did I? Just a bit. 50 miles over the Mendips. Easy, really. Dog shit. But no, so certain things like, again, we're going to come with a real approach. Do you know what I mean? Fitness is obviously a massive part of both of our lives, but also it's a balance as well, isn't it? The reason I train is, 1, it's good for the head, isn't it? Mm-hmm. 2, routine, and 3, makes you look fucking essence. So, do you know what I mean?
All for likes on the ground.
Oh, big time. Big time. Not even likes these days, is it really? It's all about views.
Yeah. Big shout out to Wendy. If you're seeing this, we're going to go for you.
But no, I think, like I said, the idea behind the podcast is just to give a sort of wide approach or a real approach from someone in his mid-20s, someone in his late 30s. But whatever, who's counting? Yeah, you're only as young as the woman you feel. 12. So, but no, like I said, the structure will be pretty basic, and the idea is we're going to go off on some segues. So we're going to start off with today. We are going to start off with sort of the fitness industry and business in relation to us, really, rather than delving too deep into certain aspects, because a lot of the time people who listen to podcasts like, specific things, so they go and listen to those specific things, don't they? However, we're just gonna tiptoe around certain aspects. But I think a good place to start would be our business.
Yeah.
For sure.
The Shed Gym.
The Shed Gymnasium, which is in Yatton on Market Industrial Estate. And well, we spoke about it, didn't we? Well, a long time ago.
Yeah.
In fact, Corey came to me for PT
2017?
Yeah, I think you were 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. And ever since then, just sort of clicked, and came a time where he came back to the gym, didn't you? Don't want to delve too much into
Absolutely hanging out to the stage bridge. You know when your boxes overlap your gun.
that. The gunt's just like hanging over. I
Gun
mean,
shot.
when you rocked out, you were a different man, to be fair. But
Yeah.
again, it didn't take long, did it? But you've just been through a bit of a shitty time, haven't you?
Yeah.
But blew the cobwebs off and got straight back into it. And as soon as we got back into PT, your head was in the game, wasn't it? And then bosh, good to go. And then started talking business quite early on, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, literally. I think it was about 2 or 3 months in. We just seen that unit free, wasn't it?
That was it,
And we
yeah.
said, mate, we've got to set someone up.
Yeah.
And I mean, even before that, we were sort of texting to see what we could do to set someone up.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And it was a no-brainer because we think the same. Should we make love?
We think the same, you know, that's about it, really. Says a lot about me, really, don't I? I should know that. But,
Yeah.
Okay. But no, I think it was, when was it? 2022 we got the unit, wasn't it? But it's not a quick process, is it? And I remember that summer. I was sat there, like, going back and forth. Remember the agent?
Yeah.
Naming no names. Nathan, his name was. But we won't name the company. But yeah, just back and forth. And these agents, they take the piss massively, don't
Yeah.
they? Do you know what I mean? They come up with you, you know, almost like domestic. When you want to buy your own house, you go in with an offer.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it was fucking ridiculous, wasn't it? Some of
Yeah.
the stuff that they were asking. And bearing in mind the unit had been empty for a long time, man.
Well, it was a carpet shop, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it.
So we set up the unit, and when we first set the shed up, what did we have in there?
Oh,
Must have been
fuck me,
about 5 or 6 machines.
Well, we were quite sensible moving up, weren't we? So we had a budget going in, and again, remember when we were trying to figure out whether to buy the kit outright or finance it,
Yeah.
and then we were having snags with the finance because of the time, COVID and all that, and the interest rates were fucking mental.
Yeah, recession, all the boring chat.
Yeah, all the boring shit chat, but it was ridiculous, wasn't it? And the, I think, wasn't it, off of a certain amount, we were basically going to have to pay back almost like 60%
Yeah.
of the initial amount of kit that we were going to do. So it just was unworkable. So we figured a few things out. Sold a few kids online on the dark web, and you know, here we are. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt.
We started off with six machines. Thought it was the bee's knees.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Well, it was because if you haven't been to the shed already, little plug, get yourself down there. 5-day free pass. Follow the link. It's like 2 parts. Now, we always had an idea, didn't we, of what we wanted to do. So mainly machines in one part and then mainly free weight in the other. But again, that's all not changed, but, you know, just the amount of kit that we've got in there now.
Yeah.
But again, that was always our plan, was to just reinvest, which we have done like fucking thousands. And regards to sort of making money, we've just put it all back in.
Mm-hmm.
And it is paying dividends now, which is brilliant. And, you know, I couldn't be fucking proud of us both. And again, moving on to different things and stuff. So, yeah, when we moved in, we had I think we had 6 machines in total, didn't we? And it's quite, the front bit's quite big, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like, and we were like, oh yeah, this looks fucking brilliant.
Yeah, and this stems along with taking a risk. So when we first launched, we obviously thought on social media that we'd be the biggest thing since sliced bread. Set the opening day for, I think it was something like the 2nd of January. Got to the opening day, turned up, ready for everyone to swarm in.
Oh, big time,
I
yeah.
had one person turn up. I called him and went, mate, we've just had one person all day. So I remember sleepless nights thinking, what have we done wrong?
Yeah, I know what you mean. And when you have moments like that and you think, fuck, because for us,
Yeah.
I never forget, I can't remember who told me now, I think it was a mate of mine, who said, that was it, when I was applying for my, a thing called the change of use of the unit, you have to apply to the council. It's a fucking cake and arse party, and you have to go this, do that. And to me, it was like the most important thing. Like, I need this approved. I need it approved. And he was like, mate, to you, it's the most important thing in the world. To her, it's a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah.
And it was like, fuck, yeah, like mega realization. But again, that comes risk, innit?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
like you said, like, fucking hell, when we've made this open day and it's like, mate,
You just expect everyone to flow in.
Yeah,
And
we're
when
gonna
you
have to
sit, you think,
expand.
"Oh, nice, okay,
Yeah,
so...
And then, you know, Debbie from Winchester rocks up because she's just passing through.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
And she's not inquiring about the gym. She's going, oh, do you know where the train station is? A few minutes.
I swear this was a public shop. Yeah, so it is one of them, isn't it? But again, I think that comes down to sort of self-belief as well. And I certainly wouldn't have invested. I know you certainly wouldn't have invested if we didn't truly believe in, you know, the actual outcome of it. And again, fucking work hard and put the effort in and stuff, and it does pay off. And we got a load of members in there now, and it's not like, it's completely different to Commando Fit. Commando Fit's a lot tighter community, isn't it? Because you do like classes and stuff like that. However, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
You take a lot more charge with the shed and front of house. But I thought that it would just be like your normal conventional gym, you know, like you've got to think of product placement here. I can't name any of these gyms, can I? But like your conventional gym, like you go in STEM. Yeah, exactly that. That's what I was trying to avoid saying. But
Hashtag no advertisements.
Hashtag ad. But yeah, like I thought it was going to be a bit more like that, where you just sort of go in, headphones in. Although there is that element of that, people are still super like friendly to each other, and a lot of them are still like you know, talk to each other. I mean, fuck me, mate. Over the years, I've been in some gyms where...
Oh, that's the biggest thing. We've obviously set up a strength gym or any sort of gym. You automatically think, is there going to be any clickiness there? Because, you know, there's a massive thing called gym anxiety, blah, 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 and we get it. And I think what we did to create such a good community is before you come in, you get a good tour.